December 10th, 2022. It's time to make some money, Sonny. Yep. We got some old school Walmart Spark incentives, as scary as that is, of course. I know there's an elephant in the room when I talk about Walmart incentives. Don't get it wrong, we'll talk about that a little later. Let's just talk about the incentives. So, I hope you got similar incentives or even better. You might even have better incentives because I don't work as much as I used to. When I used to work full time with Walmart Spark and real close to full time with Walmart Spark, I got a lot better incentives than I do now. But I got some pretty good incentives today. The double ups. That's where you make the big money. So it's kind of possible to make $180 this weekend just in incentives, right? So that's when you can make the $5, the $4, the $5, the $600 a day. That's where we're at. Now some of these, half the incentives that I'm shooting for are specific store incentives, right? So I don't know how they can say, well, you didn't deliver that, right? They're not timed or anything like that, and they're out of 4 stores. Now, I talk about these stores a lot. This is a strategy that I would use without incentives, right? So, yeah, I'm excited. I can make some money. Sonny, right on. So, the Telegraph store, that's horrific curbside, right? It's always full. So hopefully I'll be able to go there, get some shopping orders, a couple of them right away. Who knows though? We don't know. Then I almost want to get pushed to the city, right? Because those are 2 of the other stores. The Shrewsbury and the Maplewood store both have the incentive, right? Which is 12 for 48, 18 for 90. Now I don't know if I can get 18 deliveries all done in the same zone. I do have 3 days, so we'll get to that too. So, and then the last store is the Manchester store, which is a good store. It doesn't have bad curbside, but it's so busy sometimes the curbside gets backed up, and they've got to push out shopping deliveries. And then a lot of times, I didn't work yesterday, but I looked at the map and they were slammed, right? So maybe they'll have shopping orders all day long. It's kind of possible. So I've done 15 shopping deliveries in one day out of that store. 14 or 15, it was one or 2. So there's like 12 for 48, 18 for 90. Out of this south zone, the way it reads, I'd have to do everything out of the south zone. But if I did that over 3 days, I'd make $180 in incentives. What's my goal? To get 96. To get 12 out of those 3 stores, or 4 stores. And there's even another little store that has an incentive. There's quite a few incentives out. So, and then 12 deliveries all in the south zone over the next 3 days, and that's $96. Well, if it's busy, I'll just stay in the south zone and maybe get to 180. That's how you make the big money. That's where you go from 300 to 500, $90 a day at least. But for me to done that, I would have had to been up at 6 or 7 o'clock this morning, and I'm not. I'm not even going to get started until 10. So, but yesterday I ended up working my W-2 to 4 o'clock, which on Friday is a little more than I usually do. But at that point I made a decision. Well, I should work Monday, not today, because Monday, whatever incentives I get, those will count towards it. Any deliveries I do today won't. So what I ended up doing Friday is getting all my work that I usually do on Monday done. So I can get out a little bit early Monday. Now I'll probably have to at least work to 1, 2 o'clock, 1:15, something like that. Then I can get out here, still get 6 deliveries done on Monday, hopefully all in the south zone. Wow. So here's the real deal. If I just did 6 deliveries in the south zone today, 6 deliveries in the south zone tomorrow, gonna get a late start tomorrow because I'm definitely gonna go to church, more than likely. And then 6 deliveries on Monday. So out of the south zone, that would be $180 plus everything I make. So this this is a big money weekend. This is a big money weekend. This, like, you know, this is it. This is like old school Walmart Spark incentives. Right on, right on, right on. So my strategy might have been this anyway, you know, is I'm headed straight to where I can get to the Telegraph store if need be, right? Or the Shrewsbury store. Both of those stores are in it. So I'm going to go to a place where I can get to either store in time to pick up a delivery, right? Hopefully do a couple deliveries, maybe work out of the Telegraph store all day. They may be that busy, it's raining, all that's going on. But probably get pushed to the city, work there till the street lights come on, because you don't work in the St. Louis city after dark. I'm sure you can understand that. And then head towards the Manchester store. Hope they're just slammed, baby. We're 2 weeks out of Christmas, right? So hopefully they're just slammed, and you don't want to be there during the day. You don't want to, if there's shopping orders, of course you can go there. But you don't particularly want to be on the Manchester store during the day on Saturday because the traffic's going to be horrendous, especially with the rain. So there's that strategy I could employ no matter what. But it works right along with what I might normally do anyway. I would have normally tried to eventually work my way to Chesterfield. Well, if I do that, that means it's awful slow. So hopefully I won't have to do that. I got to pick up my son at 8:30, so that works out perfect. Right on, right on, right on. This is it. Here in St. Louis, this is where you make the big money. I hope that you got similar incentives. Hopefully you got a strategy going. My strategy is to work all 3 days. I actually did a little extra work on my W-2 yesterday, so I could work Monday. That looks like that was a great move. Strategy, think. Then, you know, the strategy that I'm trying to employ right now, Telegraph, Shrewsbury, Maplewood, Manchester. And then try to get, over the next 3 days, 12 deliveries done in that zone, extra $100, $96. And then, if I can get to 18, I'd have to stay all in this zone if I did, right? The crazy thing about it is, there's only 2 stores down that don't have a center. The Kirkwood store and the Fenton store are not involved in the center. All the rest of the stores are. That's weird. That's weird. But and the Fenton store I hate. But because the people there are obnoxious. And then Kirkwood is like an old school store where the curbside is either real good or horrible, and they can actually have pretty good deliveries out there. But those 2 stores are not involved, so, and I don't do a lot of deliveries out of either one. So right on. There's a whole separate incentive. It's just $3 a delivery out of the High Ridge, but at least that would be. See, here's the deal. Every delivery as long as I get to 12, which I should be able to, every delivery I do out of those 4 stores pay an extra $8. $8. Right on. Right on. If I do 3 of them today, that'll pay for my gas. The first 3 pay for my gas for the whole day. If I do 3 tomorrow, that'll pay for my gas for the whole day. And then Monday, you know, I'm not going to be able to get out as early, no doubt about it. It'll be 2 deliveries to pay for my gas Monday. So, right on, right on, right on. I'm pulling up to where I'm going to park right now. Of course, I'll let you guys know how things go. I did work Thursday night, right? I met with my boss that morning in St. Louis. I was in St. Louis, so I went ahead and worked, and I did not make $30 delivery. I did 5 deliveries. I made $121. So yeah, that's like $120. That's $24 a delivery. It was a little bit slow. I ended up getting my hair cut. I ended up, I'm really on a health kick right now. Ate healthy, so not all was lost. Plus, I had to drive to St. Louis anyway. I got paid by my company to drive to St. Louis anyway and drive home, so I didn't have to pay any gas. So there's that. Right on. You know, but this is it, guys. This is the weekend where you can make, like, those of you who are stay in the same zone all the time. Pretty simply, you could make an extra $200, or what would it be? Yeah, $200. Pretty easy. 180. That's what it would be. $180. Pretty easy. Back when I was working full time, would have been nothing. I wouldn't even have to work Monday and have it. And that's the way I used to do it. But I didn't get up. I used to get up at 6 a.m. those days. My schedule doesn't work like that anymore. I really wanted to get out early today. It didn't happen. Big surprise. But I'm rested and I feel great. So, right on. Let's get this money while we can.